We will begin in the order that I have introduced you. So, Mr. Alex Gray, the floor is yours for your comments, please.
Thank you, Senator, and thank you for having us today. Budget 2023 presented the government with the opportunity to establish the conditions necessary to grow our economy and raise future generations' standard of living. Some elements are laudable. Some others, such as the proposed imposition of yet another sector-specific tax on financial services providers, will harm Canadian competitiveness and further distort an already cumbersome tax code. Taken as a whole, we see Budget 2023's lack of a decisive strategy to attract the investment required for strong, sustainable growth as a missed opportunity to ensure Canada's economic competitiveness in perpetuity. In the aftermath of the pandemic, our international competitors continue to outpace us as Canada experiences low growth and weak labor productivity. Indeed, it was Budget 2022 that first noted that labor productivity growth in Canada has slowed from about 2.7% in the 60s and 70s to less than 1% today. Correcting this trend requires government to create a strategy that eliminates the disincentives to investment while focusing on pro-business policies for the benefit of all Canadians. However, strategy without execution is pointless, and there are many obstacles for Canadian businesses to overcome. We cannot hope to encourage private sector investment without predictable, pragmatic policies. And today, I will highlight two of our membership's policy concerns, which, if addressed, could reduce friction in the Canadian economy at little to no cost to taxpayers. Start with our convoluted tax code. The recent introduction of several sector-specific taxes, such as the digital services tax, still in proposed form, the Canada Recovery Dividend, and the corporate tax increase on banks and insurers, introduces unwelcome volatility and unpredictability to the Canadian business climate. In BIA 1, we are particularly concerned about the proposition of yet another such tax, the proposal to amend the GST and HST definition of what constitutes a financial service in the Excise Tax Act to exclude payment card network operator services. Sounds esoteric, but as with the digital services tax, we oppose all retroactive natures, and specifically the retroactive nature of this proposal, which would allow the CRA to assess taxpayers as far back as 1991. Canadian businesses cannot plan and invest for the future with the ever-looming possibility of retroactive taxation. Additionally, this new tax will decrease Canadian competitiveness while increasing the costs of doing business in Canada. In general, other jurisdictions exempt their payment card network operators from similar taxes. By defying this best practice, the government would be placing Canada's financial services sector at a competitive disadvantage relative to its international peers. Further, increasing the cost of card acceptance would force businesses to weigh shouldering a new fee or passing it along to consumers, a difficult proposition at a time when the cost of living is increasing for everyone. We urge the government to reconsider the application of this and other distortive taxes and instead undertake a concerted effort to simplify both business and personal taxation. Additionally, with over 800,000 job vacancies in Canada, we had hoped to see the budget focus more sharply on the skills and talent our workforce will need now and into the future. Measures such as enhancing the Express Entry program, improving interprovincial and foreign credential recognition practices, and reducing seniors' disincentives to work would cost little while helping business address a vexing obstacle to growth and expansion. In sum, we had hoped that Budget 2023 would contain many more of these low or no-cost growth measures. Allow me to underscore that Canadian business is eager and willing to partner with government to create a strategy that takes advantage of these measures for our collective prosperity. Thank you.